Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Tyler Lamb. This is Movie Versus, the podcast in defense of bad movies, and I am here with my co-host Steve Janik. Steve, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are things with you, Tyler? You always ask us. I feel like I should ask you.
Oh well, things are going all right. They're not bad. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. And then still doing the groundwork. Really on the level of, I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but on the ground zero floor, Charlie Pixley via Skype. What's up, Chuck?
Every time you call it ground zero, it's just like, oh shit.
Did I call it ground zero last time?
Twice now.
What?
Just twice now. I just think it's quite funny.
Ground zero on the Mississippi Deltas.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's where all of life began, right?
I do speak out in my mind how to spell Mississippi almost every single day.
So on this episode, this is a prequel episode, so we will.
So feel free to disregard it. I'm joking. Many of you already do.
I'm going to assign the movies to Charlie and Steve, and as well in this episode later, we're going to assign Oscar nominees to one another. Well, not to one another. We're going to draw a name. Charlie's going to draw names out for us, and we're going to basically get them at random. But other than that, yeah, and then we'll do stuff we actually like. But let's just get straight into me assigning you guys movies. I am going to assign you guys movies in theaters. And
in theaters, so I get to go see a movie.
Yeah.
I get to go pay for a movie and someone look at me judgingly when I ordered my ticket.
Yeah, exactly. And and one of them, it's gonna be a little risky because as the recording of this podcast, it doesn't have any reviews out yet. And so when the day that this podcast releases, there will be reviews. So if it's over 60%, then I guess we'll kind of play it by.
I like that you're saying this, but we're probably gonna hear the movie and be like, "There's no way that's breaking 60."
Yeah.
So first is Charlie, you're gonna see Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
Okay.
Is that the one that hasn't had reviews yet?
No, that's out. That's out right now.
Is that out?
So
Okay, I wasn't.
The other one.
I've never seen one of those. That'll be good. It'll be like your Underworld.
Wait, you haven't seen a single one of the Resident Evil movies? I kind of thought that you hadn't. That's why I feel like Steve has seen.
I've seen. I think one.
I think
I saw the first one when it came out because me and all my friends were like, "Yeah, Resident Evil movie." And we went. And we're like, "Yeah, I guess they made a movie."
It's kind of funny because I think that I've seen all of them but one. So, because there's
blank slates in here.
There's one when they're on a boat, and there's one where they're
Wait, there's one on a boat?
Yeah.
The whole movie's on a boat?
I don't know if the whole movie's on a boat. At least a good chunk of it is on a boat. But
a Resident Evil adventure.
Yeah. And Steve, this is the one that is doesn't have reviews yet at the time of the recording. You're gonna see Rings.
Oh, is that the new Ring movie?
Yes.
I haven't seen any of them.
Wait, really?
Really?
So that
I know the basic story.
I'd rather see Rings.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I figured you would. I think that I don't know. I think that they're both similar enough but different enough that it can work out. And I mean, they're both kind of supposed to be these horror suspense type movies, but then one's more obviously action than
clearly Rings is more action.
Rings is balls to the wall action adventure. Really.
this time that little girl's gonna be sprinting out of the TV screen.
Oh, I mean, yeah, she kind of does, doesn't she?
I don't know. I've never seen them.
I guess she just crawls really fast.
Oh, does she crawl fast?
She doesn't sprint. It's a very slow process. There's plenty of time to run.
All right, well, let's watch these trailers then. We'll be right back.
That felt really short. What was it, like a minute?
Yeah, it was.
Exactly a minute one.
Honestly, I kind of want to see them both. I'm not gonna lie. I know, Charlie, you're not pumped about seeing Resident Evil, but I kind of want to see it.
Well, it'd be different too if it were me picking. It'd be so a blowout for Rings because I've seen The Ring and I haven't seen any Resident Evil, so I don't give a shit about that
franchise.
See,
I've seen both. So
exactly, it works. No, it works.
Yeah,
yeah. I think you're the only person who could actually judge this one.
The problem is the Grudge and Ring are like so similar to me that I can't
remember which one's which.
Yeah, I thought it was funny in the Rings trailer that, and when she's in the shower, her like skin is coming off her hand.
Yeah,
when in
gross.
that the one girl from Resident Evil got the one girl from Resident Evil got her face degloved or whatever.
Dude, that's not cool. That poor actual person.
Well, I just figured there was some inspiration probably that.
Damn. Is that for real what happened to her?
Yeah, the stunt double for Mila Jovovich.
I know she died, but I didn't know her
Jovovich?
face got ripped off.
No, she didn't die. She lived.
Oh fuck, that's even worse.
I think she like lost one of her arms, and I feel like she got part of her face like degloved or something.
That's so rough.
I could be talking on my ass, but she's alive definitely because I've seen like a picture that she posted on Instagram where she's like, "Hey, what up? Still alive. Hey, at least she didn't. At least she.
What up, gang? Still alive.
Squad fam goals. Dude, at least at least she's not like the dude who died during Triple X. Like,
wait, a guy died during the new Triple X?
No, the first Triple X. There's a stunt. Like Vin Diesel's stuntman died doing a stunt.
Holy crap!
And I'm pretty sure they left that take in the movie.
Oh
God! Let Vin Diesel do it. He wouldn't have died.
Well,
Jesus.
Vin Diesel doesn't need to do his own stunts though, because everybody knows that it wouldn't be impressive.
Yeah, we have.
If we knew,
we have to let other people do it because otherwise it's just a guaranteed success.
Exactly. It's not as you're not on the edge of your seat.
It's not a stunt if there's no danger involved.
Exactly. So I would say let's just go into this Oscar thing. So what we're gonna do is we're each gonna get assigned 3 Oscar movies that are nominated for Best Picture, and we're going to go see them in a prequel episode before the ceremony. We will talk about what we each thought about the movies that we saw. And right now, Charlie is going to pull the names out of a hat. And
in classic Charlie fashion.
And we'll do it in the...
Tyler, Steve, me.
Yeah, you can do it that way. So first me... Yeah, exactly so. Go ahead and draw the first movie title out of the hat.
Verifying that these are... Like bends in half.
Yeah,
all the sides and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and then pull that out and tell me what the first movie is that I will be seeing.
Okay, you ready? I got one.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to hear it. I'm ready to hear La La Land.
I am too.
It's the worst title too. Fences Schmences, because I could not think of anything fun or anything about fences.
Good fences build good neighbors. Nothing with that.
No.
No, Steve.
The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence while you're not watching this film.
I mean, the movie could be good though. Well, I mean, it's nominated, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, Fences, the Denzel Washington movie. That's Tyler seeing Fences. All right, so what's Steve got? Number 1.
Hidden Figures, Dawn of the Spanks.
Ooh.
I'm okay with that because I almost have seen that movie already, but I still want to see it.
Nice. All right, Charlie, what's the first movie that you're seeing?
Arrivals, a coming of airplanes story.
That's a pretty good title. All right, so man, Charlie, that's the one that I wanted to see the most. I'll probably still see it.
I want to see a lot too. I promise I did not do that on purpose.
I still want to see it, and we can't confirm or deny that you are or are not cheating.
Oh.
But we're trusting you. We're trusting you, Charlie.
I don't think there's anything to cheat about. All right, yeah, go ahead and draw what my second movie is. Oh man, what is it? Yeah, he's got the name in there.
Haha Band, or How I Learned to Stop Listening and Love Creed.
Is that La La Land?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So I've got Fences and La La Land. Sweet. Okay. So far, 2 of the least interesting movies to me in the entire lineup. That's fine. I was gonna end up seeing them all anyway. But all right. So Steve, what is Steve seeing? What are you gonna draw from that plastic bowl or whatever?
It's styrofoam.
Oh, styrofoam bowl. My bad. I know only the finest.
Manchego by the Cheese.
Manchester by the Sea.
Oh, okay. Wait, what did you say?
I actually really want to see that one.
Manchego by the cheese. Manchego is a type of cheese.
Yes, it is. I was with you the entire way, Charlie. Don't worry. But
Okay.
I definitely wanted to see this movie.
Yeah, no, this is the one that I'm most wanting to see. Arrival's like right up there too, but Manchester by the Sea is probably a little bit higher. What did you draw for yourself, Charlie? So you're seeing Hidden Figures and
Manchester
by the Sea, Steve, and Charlie. You are seeing Arrival and
Boomstick or Firewater.
Oh, Hell or High Water.
Oh, damn!
This is almost more fun for me.
Steve's on a roll. So you got Arrival, Hell or High Water. All right, what's the third and final movie that I will be seeing? I've got La La Land and Fences, and then the third is
Sailor Moonlight.
Moonlight. All right, cool.
Clever.
You should dress up as Tuxedo Mask to go see it.
Well, Charlie, you are a huge Sailor Moon fan, so that joke was pretty. All right, so Moonlight, Fences, and La La Land. Steve, you are seeing the third movie.
He's got the hot new documentary, Hacksaw Limb: The Making of Saw.
Hacksaw Ridge, nice.
That's
I wanted to see that. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, I need to see Hacksaw Ridge, but I was like, that looks interesting.
So that means that the last movie that is available is Lion, right? So
Lion King's Speech. Oscar, please.
Lion's King Speech, is that what you said?
Lion King's Speech. Oscar, please.
All right, so that makes so you're seeing Charlie, you're seeing Arrival. What was the second one?
Hell or High Water.
Hell or High Water and Lion. I am seeing La La Land, Fences, and Moonlight. And then Steve, that leaves Hidden Figures,
Manchester by the Sea, and Hacksaw Ridge.
Nice. All right.
My brain stopped working for a second.
Cool.
There.
So in a prequel episode coming up soon, we will kind of discuss what we thought about those movies and go into detail and all that, and I'll probably end up seeing all of them anyway, and I'll give a little.
I may or may not as well.
I'll probably give a little what I think should win and what will win, kind of thing. The Best Picture award, because I like doing that.
Well, don't even waste your time. It's just La La Land is going to win everything.
All 14 nominations.
No, it's actually going to win 7 Oscars for Best Picture.
If our listeners have titles of things that they need edited into shittier versions, reach out to us and I will pay to work for you.
You will pay to work for them?
Yeah.
So okay.
It's the only thing that gives me pleasure.
Is giving other people money for your work.
If you want money and goofy names for things, please contact Charlie.
He will pay you $20 per name.
For anything. I'm so lonely down here. Someone please just contact me.
I'm considering just having you make up names. Like, I don't even care. Like, make up names for these things, Charlie. Give me money.
I think this hotel's been closed down for a month.
for like asbestos, so you're getting all the fumes and not asbestos, like
mesothelioma.
Yeah.
Where are you staying? I'm staying at that hotel down the street. But that hotel's been closed for 8 centuries.
Charlie, what are you talking about?
That's an impressive hotel.
there hasn't been a hotel there for 10 years.
That's not what the ghosts tell me when I'm trying to sleep.
They told me that it has been here for 10 years. So, I mean, that's about it. You guys are having to see for the next episode Resident Evil and Rings. Charlie's seen Resident Evil.
Oh, Rings? I'm not grudging. I thought I was going to go see Grudges.
the Grudges.
Yes, the Grudges.
The Grudge matches.
Oh God, yeah, no. Actually, just go see Grudge Match.
Oh God,
yeah.
The Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, no, but see a side by side window with both the Grudge and Grudge Match playing at the same time, and that's the movie that you have to see.
Guys, I gotta
switches back and forth every 10 seconds from one movie to the other.
Next week, I gotta be honest, guys. This movie was real confusing. The cuts were absurd. And
the audio made no sense. So yeah, other than that, I guess we'll go into stuff we actually like. Steve, what's something that you actually like?
I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but I really enjoyed the first season, and a new season of Voltron on Netflix recently came out a couple weeks ago, and I really want to check that out, see where the story's going. So that new season of Voltron on Netflix,
and that's that knockoff of the Power Rangers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it was the knockout. No, actually, fun story. Voltron was brought to the United States here in St. Louis.
Power Rangers.
Oh wait, what do you mean here in St. Louis?
Like KPLR, they bought like the anime of Voltron and then cut it here in St. Louis to play locally, and then it eventually got bigger.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
They taught us about that at that Comic-Con.
Yeah. Now that I remember it, I had forgotten about that. All right, so the new season of Netflix's Voltron, starring Ives Reese or whatever his name is, the guy from Flight of the Conchords. Yeah, the guy who was their manager. I can't even think of the character's name in that show, but he was hilarious in Flight of the Conchords. So he made
Johnny Voltron.
There you go. Donnie Voltron was the character's name in Flight of the Conchords. So yeah.
Yeah.
That the one girl from Scream the TV show is on it too.
Which one?
The emo girl.
Oh yeah, I got you. I know exactly who you're talking about. So Charlie, what is something you actually like?
I would say that I'm excited to see Power Rangers, and I really hope that it's decently fun.
Yeah.
And then also I'm excited to see what trailers, if any, we get with the Super Bowl. I'm sure we'll probably get like some Guardians of the Galaxy TV spot or something. I don't know, something. I like seeing all the stuff that comes with that.
Yeah, should be a fun time.
It should be, but it won't be.
No, I hate everything.
Something that I actually like. I'm probably a little bit late to this whole bandwagon or whatever, but I am about to finish the first season of Stranger Things.
Oh, nice.
Tonight, and that's actually been a pretty good watch. It's really well made and really well shot, and the kid actors do a great job.
Definitely some of the best child actors I've seen in a while.
Yeah, they are.
No
not
Jacob
annoying.
Tremblay. No Jacob Tremblay.
I mean, no, he's a national treasure. who is cast in the new Predators movie, right? Or is it just?
I thought you were going to say
in
the new National Treasure movie where Nicolas Cage has to get him back from kidnapping.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that in the new National Treasure movie where Nick Cage has been turned into the child version of himself, played by Jacob Tremblay, and he has to, and he
no, you need to keep talking.
and he has to get back the Constitution in order to, unbreak the spell and grow back to Nicolas Cage age. But of course
but of course, since the first movie, the security around the Declaration of Independence has been increased because he stole it once.
Yeah, but nobody's going to suspect a kid.
Correct. I already don't suspect it.
But the problem is he falls in love with
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I was about to say June Squibb, but that's always my go-to.
I was watching, my mom was watching something the other day, and it was starring June Squibb, and I was like, what are we watching?
Well, I guess I'll sit down.
Turns out it was Ghost Whisperer, and I was out again.
He said, oh, June Squibb? Oh, never mind. See ya.
Oh, no wonder I didn't know she was in this.
Oh, Jesus. I forgot that movie existed. Is that the...
No, that's a TV show.
Oh, wait, what was I thinking of?
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Isn't there a Nick Cage movie where he's like a ghost whisperer or a horse whisperer or something?
There's a horse whisperer movie, which I think is Robert Redford.
Oh, shit, man. I didn't know that.
No, but
That's Deer Hunter.
Ghost Whisperer. What the fuck is Ghost Whisperer then?
It's that Jennifer Love Hewitt show where she sees ghosts, and then it's basically the adult version of Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Where she,
TV sequel. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Ghost.
The Horse Whisperer. Is that what that movie's called?
Yeah, where he whispers to horses and they do things for him.
Ooh.
Like Rob Banks.
What? Put the money in the bag.
Well, I can't hear you. You're going to need to speak up.
I mean, they just put the peanut butter on its mouth, so.
Yep.
All right. I mean, man, this is a really, really short episode.
The kids love Mr. Ed references.
Oh yeah, that's really, this generation really relates
so
the most
in right now.
to.
I honestly am not sure if like kids these days even know what Mr. Ed is. Like if you were to talk about Mr. Ed, they'd be like, "What?"
I mean,
it's not like it was our generation. That
yeah,
shit
but
was,
like they're not
before
even
my dad almost.
But they're not even catching like references anymore. Like the Mr. Ed references are no longer in play.
I mean, I feel like
Lil Wayne has that one, doesn't he?
I don't know, probably. I just, the fact that you're almost like shaming the new generation because they don't know Mr.
No, I'm not shaming them. I'm just saying like,
these kids these days don't even know Mr. Ed references.
No, it's just like one of those things. It's like, are we to that point where Mr. Ed has like cycled out of just not like? Do they just not know?
Is that a bad thing?
Mr. Ed
I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing.
It's
it's just weird. Like pretty much anything that I've ever watched, if a horse was involved, someone's bringing up Mr. Ed.
Okay, you sound how integral are Mr. Ed references to your life, Steve? I feel like
they're pretty common though. I mean, that show was really popular.
Yeah, I mean,
the biggest question my dad always asks though is how did he dial that phone?
I mean,
because it was a rotary phone, probably.
Dude, that's where the magic of he can talk, but you're worried about him dialing a phone.
Yeah,
he used his tongue. I don't know, his tail.
Most impressive.
Yeah, both of those things would be incredibly impressive.
Dude, he can talk.
But I've seen that before.
So, Steve, you saw that Lost in London movie. That's like it was a
Fathom event.
Yeah, it was a Fathom event. It was shot. It's weird because they're saying it's like the first ever live movie. So it was essentially just a movie streamed as it was being shot.
Okay. Which
was kind of weird. Overall, like the movie was okay. Like honestly, I think the thing that sucked the most was me thinking how bad the movie was and then watching the interview afterwards with like everyone so excited to have done it. They're like, yeah, we did it. And I was like, ooh, I've just been trashing this to my friends because I was texting through the entirety of the movie.
Man, that's how are things like the audio? And
the audio was not great. Like there were moments where it was good because they mic'd probably the area. I think they said they mic'd it with like 130 something mics throughout the areas. But the problem is the movie starts off and it was weird because the opening of the movie was very similar to the opening of Birdman.
Okay.
Where he was doing like a final bow at a performance, and then he was talking with someone as he walked around the backstage sort of area, like going up and down things, and the audio was real echoey there.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And then later, and then it happened again later when they were in the bathroom of a club, and then of course the audio kind of drowned out a little bit when they were outside. Like it was just one of those things where like the general things that you would expect to have happen to audio happened because, of course, they aren't controlling the audio with like a boom and everything.
Yeah.
So after the whole thing was over and they like were doing the interviews, did they when was Owen Wilson like, "Wow, I can't believe we did it, guys"?
He did in fact say
wow.
that. No, he's like honestly
wow,
Owen Wilson
do this for Drill Bit Taylor too,
or just for Drill Bit Taylor redone live with me as all the characters.
No, apparently, like in my opinion, probably the best scene of the movie was the Owen Wilson scene because at that time, Woody Harrelson goes to a bar with a prince because the whole
R.I.P. Prince.
Yeah, different prince, like a Saudi prince. Actually, he might have been from Iran, but so the whole point of the movie is Woody Harrelson is doing this theater production in England.
Mm-hmm.
And the night before, he was out and got really wasted, and I don't know if he necessarily went home with these 3 girls, but there was a picture in the tabloids of him essentially just being, because he was just hammered, just being carried out of a bar with 3 girls, or by 3 girls, and then his wife like sees that tabloid and like gets angry at him, and she storms off and leaves him to go, and she's like, don't come back to hotel room until like midnight, and he's like, fine, I'll go out. Like the prince keeps talking to me, I'll just hang out with him, and then I'll come back at midnight, and we'll talk this out. And she's like, okay. And through the course of the night, he just makes a set of like really stupid decisions. The best scene is that he goes to the club with the prince, and that's where he sees Owen Wilson, and Owen Wilson's like, dude, why didn't you pay to get that taken care of? Like, and he's like, he wanted $30,000 and I wasn't going to pay that. So I tried to haggle. And he's like, dude, you don't haggle. You just pay that. And then at that point, Owen Wilson, there's a big argument, which I thought was the funniest part, of Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson like insulting each other, where Woody Harrelson just starts ragging on him about being only in Wes Anderson movies at this point, and how Wes Anderson hasn't made a good movie since Bottle Rocket, and neither of you. And then like a couple back and forth.
That was Wes Anderson's first movie.
Yeah. And then Owen Wilson started talking about how he was gonna play being like a remake of The People versus Larry Flint, and he was gonna take Woody Harrelson's role. And I was like, it was just like a bunch of like weird specific insults about each other's performances in the past, and it was pretty funny. And it actually had good audio despite being in the club,
and not one reference to Drillbit Taylor.
None.
Or White
Men
Man Can't Jump.
To be fair,
clarification. I was saying that it was impressive that 3 women were able to carry a drunken Woody Harrelson out of the club.
That's a good point.
It was impressive that he took 3 women home.
But also this movie was like this day apparently really occurred in 2002.
Yeah.
So I don't know when Drillbit Taylor came out.
I mean, it's always been in our hearts and minds, to be honest.
That's a good point.
So I mean,
he ends up getting in a cab and breaking like an ashtray in the cab, and the guy gets really mad, and he like hops out of the cab and runs off because he doesn't have any money, and then he gets arrested, and then he has to like get out. And there's a scene where he's like trying to the cop that arrested him is Irish, and he's trying to make friends with the guy, and he's like, oh, you like Bono? He's like, just because I'm Irish, you think I like Bono? He's like, well, he's like, of course I like Bono, he's a poet. And so Woody Harrelson like calls Bono, and apparently Bono actually did this recording, but it wasn't live at the time. It was a recording that he called, and then they played on his phone. But it's super weird. Like Bono apparently he's having supposedly was having problems, so Woody Harrelson got him to start smoking weed. And so like the whole time Bono was talking like a Rastafarian. He was like, "Hey man, one love," and all this stuff. I was like, I don't know. I was like, is this supposed to be funny? Like, I don't get the point of this.
That's weird. So the movie wasn't very good.
My neck, man.
Oh, yeah. God, respect my neck.
Yeah, the whole movie.
It was actually just Adrian Brody calling
as Bono. Wow, that's
the funniest part is that the whole movie he's always like, I'm taking my daughters to see Harry Potter, because like at that time I believe the second movie was filming, and he was like, my daughter's got to see Harry Potter. He's taking them to the set to watch it. And at the very end of the movie, there's like a talking head shot of Daniel Radcliffe, and he's talking about how Woody, like the whole thing was just basically like, yeah, he really did come to the set. I'm like, please believe the rest of the story. Good. Like it was just a super weird thing.
All right. It's kind of funny though, because one of the trailers for the movie was like all these celebrities saying, "Don't do this, Woody. This is stupid. This is gonna be awful."
And then at the very end, like in the Q&A, one of the guys said, like, what advice would you give to someone that wanted to do this next time? And his advice was, do not do it.
Well, that's pretty funny.
Are they gonna release this like to watch at all?
I honestly don't know. I know it almost didn't happen because the last scene ends on like a bridge, and apparently like 20 feet from that bridge in the water, they found an old like World War II bomb, and like everything was shut down while I
remember hearing the story about that.
Yeah,
that was just like a little while back.
Yeah, while the Royal Navy had to like clear it out.
Jesus. I didn't know about that. That would have been pretty funny if they got to like the final like scene and it was still closed off. Or,
I will say that this
or it just blew up and that's how.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I will say that this might have been kind of genius on Woody Harrelson's part, because I tried to research some of these events and all I could find was stuff about the movie, and I was like, he just buried all of his bad past deeds by releasing a movie about his bad past deeds.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, probably. Oh man, I don't have anything else to add. Do you guys have anything else to add to this?
Nope.
No, I think we got pretty much everything out of the way that we needed to talk about.
All right, this is like I said, this is a pretty quick one. But
I mean, I guess we could go. Since the Super Bowl, it will be after this podcast airs. We could talk about who we're rooting for.
It's Patriots and Falcons, right?
I'm fine either way.
Yeah. I don't
honestly,
really care.
you said those, and I was like, I said that, and I was like, we could talk about who we're rooting for the Super Bowl, and I was like, I hope someone brings up who's playing, because I have no clue.
Yeah, we should have just.
I would think our listeners probably don't care that much about what we think about it, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just something that's coming up.
I think when I think of sports talk, I go to my.
Go to your movie
podcasts.
However, I am tempted to go to those betting websites and bet on the fun stuff where it's like, how many people will they show with a sign that says some, bull crap, or what color will Lady Gaga's hair be in the second half of her performance or something. You can bet just whatever amount of money you want on stuff like that.
I bet all of my money on the coin flip.
That's
those odds aren't that terrible. It's just it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, I might as well just go to the casino and put it all on black. Actually, no, the odds are worse for that.
Yeah.
I think I broke the system, guys. I'm putting half of my money on heads and half of my money on tails.
Isn't there a show called like a show within a show called Coin Flip? Where the game shows.
Yeah, that was in. I'm pretty sure that was in 30 Rock.
Probably. It's like, it's gonna be heads. Come on. it was tails the last 20 times.
Tails.
But man, yeah. Okay. Well, check out the socials at Three Wise Media, at Movie Versus Podcast, YouTube.
The tweeter.
Yeah. Other than that, bye.
Movie Versus is a production of Three Wise Media. For more information, check us out on Facebook.